Hey, another mail day coming to you out here from the back rooms. Got a good bit of stuff. This is all from around, I think, Wednesday up to Saturday. First off, I'll pull out this one since it was odd shaped, and so I didn't immediately know what it was. Like, I actually thought these were coming all the way from China, and they probably was a drop shipment, but I got some more beaters. I've been having an issue lately with my I like this type of beater. There's also another one that I kind of enjoy, but I've been having an issue where this portion has been breaking off as I've been playing. I've had so far 3 different ones on 2 different sets snap like that. So I saw these were cheap because I know they're cheaply made, and so I ordered, what was it, should be 3 pairs of them, and it was only $30, $10 a pair. So now I got backup and I don't have to be down for a week while doing so. Also got in my other double metal kick pad that I use for drumming. Gives it a nice kind of click for whenever I'm blasting. A nice clear sound. You don't have to use triggers. It almost has a triggered sound to it because you still have all the resonant of the regular kick with it. And then using, this is actually like a hard rubber here. And then you have a nice boom with it. Comes out sounding nice. You don't have to sit there and bother EQing it a ton. And that's what sounds the best. I've been doing that for, I think, 2 years now, that I decided to go back to using these metal click pads, because the last time I had used them back in the day, I actually kicked through it with a wooden beater. It was one of those round balls. Kicked it, snapped it, split it like that, and split the entire head of the kick drum straight up. So I stopped using them for a while, but I've been enjoying them immensely because it also makes, at least for me, my own playing to be more spot on, more precise, because I can hear the cut a lot more. So it doesn't kind of have that rumble no matter how tight I used to do it with it just hitting a normal drum pad on it. It's just much cleaner sounding. Okay, now we'll get on to the CDs. Now, this is stuff that I got from eBay recently. This one is Coercion, Delete. I had not heard of this band until one of my friends on Facebook was talking about it, saying how they are one of those bands that are underrated and hasn't been any type of reissue or anything. This album's from '98. It's just kind of a nasty death metal, and I was talking with him saying, like, I thought just by the artwork and the way the logo is, it was probably one of those gore grind albums from back in the 90s or early 2000s, and I probably would have passed it by not thinking about it. But went on eBay, I found both the first album, this is the second album. The second album already showed up, so very pleased about that. I'm going to listen to that today. Now, this is a big purchase I've got just from one specific seller, and I was only looking to get one specific CD, but since I saw all the other stuff he had on there, and it was all around anywhere from $3, or actually $2 up to $6, and this is the album I was immediately after. Demons and Wizards, Touched by the Crimson King. Big fan of Hansi, big fan of Iced Earth with John. So, has the slip case. I have the first one. I immensely enjoyed listening to it, and I don't know why I had never gotten the second one, but was thinking about it, so went ahead and purchased this, and I think it was around $4. Nobody was bidding on it, which is quite a shock. Now, I already have this album, Blind Guardian, Nightfall, and Middle Earth. Absolutely fantastic album. Probably my favorite from them. I have the cover art as the back patch for my vest. Fantastic album. Got to see them back in, it was earlier this decade. I want to say 2016 maybe? 15? I really can't remember, but they played Atlanta, and I was more than shocked that they played Curse of Fëanor. Me and my wife were thrilled to death. We were sitting out waiting for the show to even start taking people in. We've been sitting there for I think 5 hours with another couple, and we were listening to their sound check, and they ran through some of the stuff that I knew they were going to be playing, and then we swore, it's like, are they playing Curse of Fëanor? It definitely sounds like that. It's like, oh my god, I can't believe they are going to put that up, because they have never played it live, and the only two shows to get it was Atlanta and the show they played after in Florida, and then they haven't played it again since. But I only picked this up because I saw it there for $2, and have a backup basically. And normally my wife keeps that copy in the car, so it's rare that I get a chance to snag it for myself to put in my truck. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of Camelot. I do have, I think, 4 of their albums, or 5. I picked them up when a CD store here was closing down, and all of them were $6. I don't think this was much more than that. So I'm not familiar with this particular album. I'm familiar with the band. I think this is after Khan had left. Don't quote me on that. Actually, I'll just check it out, because I know a lot of people are saying the newer vocalist was not. No, this has Khan. So maybe I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Or maybe it's a different band I'm thinking of. But cheap. I know what I'm getting. Good fun. Power metal, kind of gothy at points. I can't get it back into. Okay, there we go. But when things are cheap, I don't mind picking them up. Also, another band that I have a few albums from, Symphony X. This is Paradise Lost. Not familiar with this particular album. I like how the digipack comes out like this. Oh, I did not even know that. Look, ooh, flames. That's actually really cool. I'm really glad that I picked it up, that guy had it for sale. And there's the booklet and everything. Wife is not a big fan of them. She kind of finds them boring. I enjoy them. I hope this is along the lines of all the earlier stuff. I got some of the other albums. I think Infinity, which has that dolphin on it. It looks nowadays like vaporware type of artwork. It looks like, Anne Frank super color stuff. But, okay, this one I've known of. Never had really even listened to them, but had always been intrigued, but not enough to pay $11. But for $4, it says Fintroll, Nefelvind. I remember seeing this up in the Central Media catalog. Never bought it. But, I'm not the biggest fan of folk metal, but when it's this cheap, I don't mind checking it out. So, I think it'll be worth it. Now, got this is a big digibook. It's Pagan's Mind, Heavenly Ecstasy. Can't speak. Humongous. A book. Yeah, I guess this is a poster of them. Pretty familiar with the band. I don't have anything from them. I know it's along the same lines of, power metal and all that, so figured why not when it's cheap. I think this is the one that I actually spent the most on. This is Nine Inch Nails, Hesitation. I think I paid $8 on that because somebody wanted to get into a bidding war. And it's not that I'm even the biggest fan of Nine Inch Nails, but I do enjoy some of his work. I have most of it because I've always came across it pretty cheap. And when I'm in that particular mood, I don't mind having it. But this is the Digibook version. I've actually been enjoying these Digibook releases from different bands. Just kind of looks nice. Oh, this is a remix CD over here. That's the regular. Oh, Hesitation Marks. I don't know why I said Hesitation. Or I don't know if I even named the album. Most people who listen to Nine Inch Nails would know. I don't actually know anything on this particular album, but I was like, hell, why not? Since I'm already getting that. And that whole lot there, all this, with the shipping, since he sent it in a priority box, was $32, I think. So very much worth my time. I mean, the most expensive thing was him going priority and getting this box that was $15 to ship. For whatever reason why he got that, I don't know. Now, we're moving on to Discogs. I got a few items in from there. Some of them that I've been waiting on for a while. This one, extremely happy to get into the collection. If I can get it out of its case. But it's Queensryche, the first self-titled EP. I've always been familiar with Queensryche. I have Operation Mindcrime. I got a couple of the other albums. My wife was the one who mainly got them. But then she pointed out this one. I'm like, I've never listened to this album. And just listening to the opening track, Queen of the Reich, holy Christ. Now you fully understand, or at least I fully understand, why they were so praised. I mean, the vocals, like highs that are just insanity. But very happy to have this, and actually found it at a very reasonable price. I think it was like $6. This looks like the 88 version. Re-release of it. I didn't care what re-release as long as I had the songs. That's all that mattered to me. Now I got this one all the way from Bulgaria. I've been wanting these particular albums for the longest time, and he had them both up for, I think, $10 a piece, but it's Cosmic Church. This one is Ylistus, like Ylistys. I started learning about this band, I think, last year, and upon listening to them, it was instantly catching to me. And I happened to find out when all of their stuff was already sold out. So I had been looking for a decent price, because I saw some that were listed for like $20 and $25. And I'm like, if it was directly from the band, I'd pay that. Not necessarily a second-hand one, but this is still sealed, and so is this one. And this is Cosmic Church. Vigila? No, Vigila. I can't pronounce shit. Vigilia. I also really love the artwork on these. Just real haunting. I mean, it's excellent. It's black metal, except it's more of a I hate to say spacey or cosmic, but it has that vibe in the melodies and harmonies used in these. So very happy to have these. That was mainly what I was after, but he also happened to have this Ascension, Under Ether. I love this band. Another fantastic black metal band. I have everything for the most part. This was an album that had came out, I want to say last year, if I am correct. Maybe it was the year before. Either way, I had not picked up this one yet, so he had it as well. Got it. Extremely thrilled. Probably will be in my rotation today while I'm mixing stuff down. Also got a bunch of little flyers. This is a sticker. So, you know. Oh, this must be his store, because I know it was on Discogs, but there. Serpent Eve Records, if anybody is interested in taking a look. Yeah, he has a store envy as well. I'll check that out. But very, very happy. I've been waiting on those for a while, so with all the issues with shipping lately, I'm just happy that they came in. Now this last one here from Discogs is quite a few. I don't remember which one I was immediately going for, but I don't actually remember going ahead and pressing buy, but I guess I did. This is Vile Apparition, Depravity Unadorned. This is one that I've been meaning to pick up. I saw he had it with these other items, so I threw it in there. It was on the label with with them pretty much as well. I think my release came out earlier than theirs, so this is cool. I also did not know they had their demo tracks from 2017 on here, but very awesome, nasty death metal. This is probably one that I threw in there, but this is Contorted Mind, Tomb of the Atrocious Revelation. Like, whenever I'm going to buy stuff, especially like on Discogs or on eBay, I check out to see what else they might have that's, relatively cheap, maybe something I've not heard of, or maybe they have something else that I'll have to replace the inner CD, but, you find gems like this. I've not heard of this band. They do a Brodequin cover, which is always extremely positive in my eyes and gives me a hint that that's going to be the style that they play. Hyper blasting, death metal, maybe grind. I don't know, but very nice. Now this is Mizmor Karnan. I always enjoy their artwork they have. This is the guy who did the artwork for Bell Witch. I like their previous album, just how haunting it is. This is the Digipack. Real, just, it's black metal, but it's hard to describe exactly what, but I can't really describe. It's just extremely haunting, and I've always enjoyed like their earlier album, and I listened to it pretty often. So I think that's probably what I originally went for. Now I'm going to butcher this to hell and back, but this is Corpse Brutui, Malus Corpus. I think I checked them out on YouTube prior to purchasing this one and this other album from them. I don't recall what they sound like. I believe it was just, brutal death metal. It might just be regular death metal. But I do remember checking them out on YouTube, and that's why I ended up getting this album and this one, which is, I cannot pronounce that either, Apparata Ranskatskis. Well, either way, look forward to listening to it. Don't have much else to say. It was well worth buying as well. I think that lot there cost was, I think, $35, maybe 40 with the shipping. Not too certain. Getting towards the end, I have a cassette tape. This is from Casket Slime. This is They Sleep, We Creep. It's lo-fi, just disgusting death metal, simple dub, side filthy, side sleaze, very nice. I mean, very simple. You know, maybe one day I'll actually get a new tape player, but love the artwork. I'll add it to the wall. And finally, this is actually one of my bands. I got my allotment of the CDs in today, but this is Obsidian Hooves, Sovereignty. My friend Nicholas Turner basically approached me about doing this band, and at the time, Juan, that he was going to do vocals, which he did on this album, but extremely fun, you know, crushing death metal, of course, 4 songs, and I got, I think, 10 copies here, well, 9 since I'm keeping one for myself, and I'll have them up on my store and be up for sale. But kind of like little bit have a tiny bit of Possessed, tiny bit of Bolt Thrower. There's a little bit of hyper blasting for portions of it, like maybe in the scale of some Cataclysm parts, but not overall. Overall, it's like a real clunky, doom-laden, nasty death metal. Look forward to working on more for this project. Think that we're moving ahead with a different vocalist after this, but definitely very fun. And that's it for today.